Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the first news from today's newspaper. Don, IMF allows government to delay sales income tax measures. Tax on corporate income tax to resume next month by Mubarak Zaib Khan. Islamabad, at a time when the economy is grappling with the second wave of COVID 19, the International Monetary Fund (IMF) has accepted Pakistan's plea to delay implementation of some significant tax measures for a period of 6 months. The agreement was reached during technical level talks on delaying tax measures in the Sales Tax Act and on changes in the personal income tax slabs. Well placed sources in the Federal Board of Revenue (FBR) told Dawn. However, the virtual talks will resume in the first week of January 2021 after the Christmas break on corporate income tax, mostly related to withdrawal of exemptions. So far, there has been no agreement on a downward version of revenue collection target and additional revenue measures for the next half year. The government had announced in the budget plans to record 25% growth in FBR revenue collection to achieve the target of rupees 4.7 trillion, but the first 5 months saw only over 4% growth in revenue collection. The IMF had asked the FBR at the time of negotiations on $6 billion extended fund facility EFF for tax reforms, including initiatives related to sales tax and income tax. On major initiatives in sales tax was withdrawal of exemptions. FBO officials believe that technically they are still in the IMF program and the program is not suspended. These sources said these discussions show the continuity of our program, they say. Sources said the second and third quarterly review could not be carried out amid COVID 19 and it was further delayed. When this reporter sent written questions to IMF resident chief in Pakistan, Teresa Daban Sanchez, seeking her comments, she replied, "Unfortunately, I will not be able to respond to questions related to the ongoing discussion." Ms. Teresa has said no interaction with the press was policy of the IMF during discussion aimed at bringing the program reviews to a positive conclusion. The only thing that I could share with you right now is that the Pakistan authorities and the IMF team remain closely engaged on discussions, she added. Sales tax exemptions. The sources said the IMF and Pakistan had agreed to resume talks on the issues of sales tax exemptions in July 2021. The fund wants Islamabad to withdraw sales tax exemptions, especially on food items. However, the FBR has carried out analysis of those exemptions with the State Bank of Pakistan to assess its inflationary impact. After the working, the sources said the IMF has agreed to bring no change in the Sales Tax Act until July 2021. Salary slabs. In the income tax, the sources said the IMF wanted Pakistan to bring changes in the personal income tax rates. It was also proposed that the number of salary slabs to be reduced from 20 to 8 with increase in tax rates. However, the sources explained that IMF agreed to resume talks on changes in the personal income tax rates in June 2021. They had an extensive discussion on the personal income tax rates before deferring it, the sources said. Pakistan technical team, led by Finance Secretary Naveed Khurram, held detailed discussions on the corporate income tax. The team had shared all their proposals with the fund, and final touches on corporate tax were expected in January, the sources said. We have agreed on a very large area in the taxation on corporate sector, they said, adding that there were also disagreements in some areas which would be discussed after resumption of talks next month.